Welcome to the Grizzled Geologist podcast. I'm here with GeoVision, and I'm at the AAPG Mid-Con Sectional. Again, this is the Grizzled Geologist. Make sure you go to my YouTube channel.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe, exactly. No, this is going to work out really good. Yeah, you got it.
Follow.
Oh, I love it. No, I love you too. You guys are absolutely great. I've known Ryan a lot longer than I've known you, Jackie, but yeah. Yep. So I've been in Oklahoma City 18 years, and I think I've known you the whole time.
Yeah.
Since I came out going to Geological Society stuff or shrimp boils or whatever it is,
at least 15 years.
Yeah, at least. So
is this your swan song from Oklahoma?
What do you mean?
Right? Maybe I misunderstood the definition of swan song, but isn't it like your final, showing from Oklahoma? Isn't that what that means?
Yeah, I know.
You did the last video from the studio the other.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's what you're getting at. And so technically, I may keep doing these conferences. This one has been really good. I don't know that I'm going to go to all of them or anything, but and again, with starting a full-time job, I'm going to be pretty busy. I have a feeling that most of the podcasts are going to be just done from my living room again,
Excellent.
So
drunk drizzle.
oh my God, the drizzled geologist. Drizzled geologist. There we go. And then the drooly one too. That's what's good. That's the end game, right? It's sad but true.
The last video you had, you left it running and you showed yourself taking the.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well,
I hope people cried a little bit.
Yeah,
exactly.
So
That's exactly
cinematic.
right. I'm glad you watched it all the way through, dude. Yeah, no, I added it at the end. I had to cut a part out because when I got out of my chair, my underwear was showing. So, and that's another typical thing.
You got some extra click.
Yeah, a few more for sure.
Who knows? Maybe throw some feet up there. You might get,
No doubt about it.
Some...
No, exactly. We need to get some subs, crowdfund the stand-up plumber shots.
Ooh, yeah.
So that's kind of the lane we've been trying to head down.
Well, we just left a talk where we talked about, or where the speaker talked about the different characteristics of oil finders, and one of them is risk takers.
Oh yeah, big time.
Alternate revenue streams.
Yep. No, exactly. You got to make sure your bases are covered. Because like a lot of people on here know, I was on the lurch there for over a year,
Wow.
Between Revolution. We sold everything, and so it was fine. But, it was a long year. So, it's nice to be back working and, Houston, the Woodlands, South Dallas. And, so, hey, thank you guys for coming on. You guys are a riot at everything that we go to. You've been a lot of fun. I just met you at Image. But that was very fun and a good thing. So
now we're Houstonians together.
Yeah, now we're Houstonians together. But I don't know, I've been hearing a lot of bit of flack about people, from regular Houston not coming up to the Woodlands very often.
Oh, well, yeah.
Unless I have to sell something.
I figured you
right?
would.
Oh, we're going to go the other way?
You would come
back. Okay, well, we will. We'll get the barbecues going. So.
Yeah.
Football and some beer,
Oh, queso. Definitely need some queso.
Well, you guys are awesome. So why don't you, Jackie, since you are a business owner and, you're here with big booths at a lot of shows and you're picking up majors and you got a lot of work, tell us a little bit about yourself, how you started this company, and just a little bit about GeoVision.
Oh, well, GeoVision is, I think everyone knows, is my baby. I moved to Houston and oil was, I don't know, $100-something a barrel.
It's nice when it's like that.
Today.
I do remember those.
I found the best job, absolutely best job, I thought, until this one, which was operations geologist at Penn, Virginia. Seriously, I remember when they got my name tag on the door, I was like, hey, do you guys have any Quikrete or cement? I'm going to die.
Yeah, okay, you liked it that much.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
I had the best time. I worked with some absolute weirdos who were really smart. Okay. So every day was fun and learned a lot. And then the bottom
the instantaneous death.
What goes up must come down.
Indeed, and it comes down hard.
And I thought I was immune to that because I'm a hard worker, right?
You're so happy, lucky. And these are your friends and family. It feels like
and I've never really failed before. Yep. I was like, this is fine. I remember that Christmas, I was like, I'm going to watch all the rigs. You guys, I'm going to make myself invaluable to you. That did not matter.
No. That's a real thing. But go ahead.
Yeah. Yep. And then I was actually on my honeymoon when they laid off most of the geology department.
Okay.
And no one told me. They even forgot for a while that I was there.
And you just showed up after the honeymoon.
I like my friends told me. I
Got a few texts.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, well, that stinks. And I was like, well, there's no other jobs, right? So I'm going to start a geosteering company.
Okay. And how many years ago was this again?
Oh, this is 2015, July 11th.
Okay. So we're 11, going on 11 years. Congratulations.
Thank you. And my friends at Penn, Virginia told Ernest Furman that I wanted to do this. And he called me and he's like, I want to do this with you.
Okay.
Like, he's like, let's get it started. And I was like, all right. So it's not really, I didn't start it by myself. He's been there with me the whole time.
Okay.
And he had tons of experience at previous like mud logging companies and stuff who were not interested in geosteering at the time.
Yeah.
So he was like, well, this, do it.
Then everybody started doing it. But let me ask you this. So that's interesting. So this is a good little technical thing because, I've been in the contractor space a little bit along in my career, but software is a big thing. So when you guys started it, was that really your main expense? Were you doing it from home and you really had to get some like licensing?
Yeah, I guess.
And then just some software.
Right.
And you can start working.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, all the big players in software now are not really around. We started with SES and then I
remember with SES too.
Oh yeah. And that was great. That was fine. It's just kind of funny because you don't hear the name anymore.
No, it's gone.
Yeah. It's Microsoft based and all that. And we all figured out how to crack it.
Yeah,
I don't know if you remember TerraVu too.
No, of course. No, we did that one at White Star too.
Oh, nice.
So,
and that was fun, cracking that to extract all your data out of it. And then there was a company I love. I don't even know how to describe. I loved them. They were it was an easy software to learn. Yes,
okay, who was this?
Was WellDirect.
Oh, I never used that.
Yeah, I don't even know how I found them, honestly. Okay. And then, obviously ROGII took over.
It was instantaneous. It was like playing a video game, honestly. But there's other good software out there now too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we've got ZoneView and, people do it from Kingdom or any of the big packages.
I think the big guys,
they'll
like
use
a
it
Baker
inside.
or like a Schlumberger, when it's like, hey, you have some free geosteering.
Okay.
Free. Yeah, we all know nothing in life is free.
It's free.
Free geosteering with a very
an invoice somewhere.
Yeah.
I think they use big Kingdom projects and things like that, and all the little modules. We've steered a couple wells in Kingdom, but it requires like VPNing into some.
Right, that remote desktop you in, and you got to use the network license on their end and whatever else. Okay, sure.
I know Boresight.
I remember them.
I don't know if they're still around, but I remember someone insisting we use them, and
and you did done that too. Yeah. So really, first, because you've kind of grown into a little bit more, and you've certainly grown the size and employees and all these things. But really, and this is really interesting. And it's one of those things. I wasn't going to do a geosteering company, but like it's not the most complex thing to do in terms of like infrastructure needed, right? You need good people, you need the right software, and just some work, right?
Yeah. And that's where Ernest and Ryan, I mean, been super helpful. We have other sales staff here. I think you've met Debbie. We have Kristen Vatigan, and they find these amazing customers who really become our partners.
Yes.
And then GeoVision and Datalog. I don't know. We don't let them go. We're like overly attached girlfriend.
Yeah, sure.
Super toxic relationships.
Yeah, well, tell me about it. All right.
That's what we do.
We do in the oil and gas business. All right. Oh, that's hilarious.
But it's true, though. You're right. It's actually not a super complex. You don't need facilities, even.
Right. I mean, you can. And there's different.
We do. We have an office.
You've got an office, or they've got remote, or some people work from home. But what we touched on that I kind of wanted to get to, and this gets kind of Ryan in the conversation.
Oh yeah, sorry.
At some point, you decided, and you kind of figured it was time to grow. Like, you're like, okay, we're doing this. And but you clearly saw, because you could have just dinked and dunked around and made enough money to survive on your own, I'm sure, with a couple of good clients and, a few people, but you needed to grow. And so as a, brave and intelligent entrepreneur, you know how to do it. But then you have to hire people like Ryan that knows everybody, that goes to conventions, and what is your kind of methodology? You're a very genuine person, a real good person to be around. You're hilarious. You guys are just raw and real, and no, that makes a big difference. And so it's a very important role. Like the people, as being on the operator side, I get to know you vendors, and you're very important people to me. I mean, you're some of my closest friends in my geologic journey, right? In my Grizzled geologic journey now. Toxic relationships, I'm telling you, that's my calling card. But what I will do, or what I wanted to ask you, Ryan, is like, what is it all about for you? Like how, I don't know if he was your first salesman.
Well, I've known Ryan for...
Yeah, we go back to... We started
okay, so that's...
2012.
So that's what I'm saying. She brought on a good...
April 2010, yeah, we started working together.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have been the dude this whole time.
Yeah, we've been working together since 2010.
Okay.
And then when she left...
So you found the right guy.
Yeah, she went on to Penn, Virginia. I don't know, for me, I think the big thing with customers and with the relationship part of it is, one, you got to be yourself, just be yourself,
Yeah.
Genuine, you said
genuine,
that.
yeah, it comes down to that. And I think genuinely caring about taking care of your customers. It's not just a well, or it's not just, what can you do to make your customers' life easier, better?
You are not a rep in that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you are very much, hey, my customers have told me this. And then,
It's very important. Yeah.
the ops guys.
Come in here.
Hey, come on in and say hi, Trey. No, you
Just, like,
can't. You
walk
can
by.
come and say hi. You can come and just say hi. All right. Well, we're going to make you.
Oh.
All right. There he is. Get to your talk, bro. Okay. I will point my camera at you.
That.
Yes.
Like, it's a weapon. I guess we can't make...
Yeah, I can't make anybody do anything.
A big part of it is, one, it's never just about getting an account or a contract or a sale or anything like that. It's building the relationship, keeping it, and it goes beyond just whatever we're talking about. It's friends in the industry. I've met, I find friends here.
And I work harder.
Well,
I think you do too.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, you think, oh, hey, let's slack off. It's my friend. He'll let this bad thing slide.
No,
like,
it's
you got to work.
Yeah.
For
you
that.
got a friend that owns a business. You're not going to go to them and say, hey, give me a discount, friend. No, you want to support your business.
Yeah, totally.
Support their business, and you'll pay full price because it's a friend.
what
You
we
want to
do.
help them. So that's the same way I look at things. And then it also goes to our people, right? Like, for every rig or contract or whatever we sell, that's 2 loggers that now have a job. You get a couple of those, now that's a shop guy.
Yep.
You get a couple of those, that might be a supervisor, and it's not just building a company, it's building people's livelihoods. You don't know what you're doing in the day-to-day with, like, meeting a customer that really impacts maybe their kids' lives or anything like that. And so
You're a
it's
job
probably
creator.
a really long way to go about thinking about things. But I think for me, that's what gets me going. At night when I go to sleep, I'm like, what did I do today to make the world a better place?
That's nice.
And everybody has a little piece here and there, smile at somebody when they're walking by, being genuine to somebody.
Yeah.
And I think just doing that, you don't know how that can impact somebody else's day. So with doing the sales part of things, I think it's a big part of how can I make my customers better day? How can I help the loggers? How can I help the steers? How can that help their family? How can, it's a trickle down effect. And it's just, you go with that. And at the end of the day, that's what you rest your career on. You die happy man, So
Gosh, you put so much kindness into the world, though, and I feel like
he really
that's
has.
so nice,
Yeah.
And it's not something I think a lot of people do and do well.
Right.
Say something nice to someone who walks by, smile at them, hold the door open.
People are going through,
Right.
Everybody. Somebody said something to me a long time ago. It stuck with me before I went in the military. This guy told me this. He goes, no matter what you think you're going through, somewhere somebody's got it worse.
There's no doubt about it.
And I've used that so many times. It's like, oh, I lost this rig, or oil went from 100 to 50. Well, I still have a job, Maybe somebody else lost their job.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody lost a family. Somebody's always got it worse. So what can you do to make things better? And I think it just carries over day to day to what we do with take care of. So,
well, that's amazing. No, you guys have grown a ton in this space, and admittedly, here's the kind of thing I do. I do consider you a close friend, and we've known each other for a long time. There's the Dick Howells of the world.
Yeah.
Well, I've been kind of stingy with my companies. I've tended to be very kind of set in, the vendors that I've used. And, but hey, Susie. Yep. Come on in. Come and say hi real quick.
We're doing a live shoot.
Yeah, we're live. Hell, you gotta come on in. Hey, that's Susie Kramer. What is it? Susie Creates Cosplay. And
Oh,
she's done an episode with us already.
Yeah.
So have a seat or whatever, Susie, if you'd like. So we were just talking about, Ryan's experience in sales, and, you and I have known Ryan about the same amount of time.
started at Sandridge.
Yeah,
I
we were at the
remember,
same
yeah.
place back in the day.
Funny story, I still remember that you had the cop in your office.
And you would go, I'd come in there.
Let
and
me
I'd
just move.
go,
Let me.
What's that? You're right. So I can take naps in the afternoons if you were like, you're a working mom. And you had like 6 rigs you were covering. It was like
Oh,
crazy.
I
And
love
it was like,
that.
that's where when I get downtime.
And there's always somebody to bring me sick breakfast.
You sound like a
Hey,
hobbit.
that was the
Love it.
biggest.
Yeah,
That
I
was the
love that.
biggest thing back then. The breakfast. I mean, is
Yeah.
that
Oh my
still
God.
kind of a big deal, or
Not
Like so,
Okay.
it's so hard to get into people's offices now.
sure?
You know, because
Yeah, way worse.
unfortunately, some probably ruined it for others where they just wouldn't leave. Like,
Yeah.
hey man, you can go. You
Yep,
know.
yep.
Like, so I don't know. It's hard to do that these days. You know,
Sure.
security's gotten tighter.
Sure. Sure.
sorry, I didn't mean to do my silly laugh, but like I think about back then, like a salesman once like found me in the parking garage, and I would get there at like 6 a.m. and I'm like, this is kind of scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ryan was actually his manager.
Oh, that's
That
dude in the
was
parking
actually
lot at 6:30 with Chick-fil-A.
He really wanted my business.
Give me one.
though.
Yeah.
Are
So,
you set up and
Yeah.
that you're going to be.
Well, you're
making
stealthy
through us,
about it.
but yeah.
well, yeah. Well, it's not live. It
Oh.
is
Oh,
not
you're
live.
recording.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
recording it and
you're
I'll put it out.
recording,
No,
okay. Oh,
that
no.
would have been more complicated. Sorry. Oh, there may be some edits, so don't worry.
What
Good.
edits?
Yeah.
Okay, let's all collect. Oh, we could sing Disney songs.
You can
That
do
way
anything
have
you
to
want.
edit it
You
out.
can do anything you want, but that's the thing is I can't promise I will take it out.
Uh,
That's
Oh,
that's the
can't
deal.
run. What is your
So-
favorite? You said earlier you have video games.
I'm gonna flip it. Yeah, to you, but yeah, I'm gonna flip it back to us. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Hey, nice to see you, Susie. Hang out.
Yeah, I'm just
Hang
gonna
out.
sit.
Yeah.
Ah.
You can put your feet up and actually the chair may be a little better, but anyhow. So we've talked about kind of the sales. We talked about how you've kind of grown the company. Do you remember what our technical topic was going to be? Because I do.
I do. I
Yep.
do. I have an okay memory.
Yeah, I know. Mine's in and out.
Right?
on-
Yes, we were just talking beforehand, and we were talking about just brainstorming technical topics. But what is actually the hardest basin right now, and what makes the most difficult basin?
Yeah.
And I think there might even be geosteering and mud logging and geoscience reasons for it. But I said offhand, and I'm standing by this, that the Permian, I think the Permian is the most difficult basin, and there's a lot of reasons for it. And it's kind of funny because I think it's also the most engineering driven play. Like, right, you hit the pay and it's, oh, we got 150 feet above and below us, right?
Yeah, okay.
So this should be pretty easy to steer in if you're steering at all.
Yeah, right.
And it's turned out to be something where you can really dial in the steering and really get your well placed correctly.
Okay.
And
So
it
they
just
have narrowed it
requires a
down
lot.
to more very specific zones that they want to stay in
Yes.
based on geomechanics and these types of factors.
Yes.
Yeah, because they did. I mean, and when we all started, it was, hey, here's your thing,
Yeah,
and we were all
exactly.
over the damn place. And, this is a carbonate, so it's all the same. And so you got these, let's just say, it's shitty interpretations.
Yeah,
We were all
oh my
over the damn
God.
place. And over my career, 18 years, we've really narrowed that down to where we've got to play like the Cherokee Shale in Oklahoma. That's like, you got 12 feet, and it's not drilling slow either. And so it's not all like that, but I'm telling if you want to stay in the hot marker, you are down to the tolerances. So talk to us about what they are doing in the Permian now in terms of dialing down these, what were 150 foot thick zones, just go put it in there, to very narrow and defined targets.
Yeah. One of them, honestly, the easiest one is this. Well, it's an engineering driven play, right? So, okay, if I give an engineer or a directional driller, anyone who has to meet, ROP KPIs from their companies,
Mhm.
and their bonuses are tied to that. If I give them a 40-foot zone, trust me.
So, well, they want to slide, right?
Right.
It's the drillers that are doing it.
Right.
Okay. Not geologists. We don't
not-
like those things.
Yes. Well, but geosteers, like
Yeah, if they're not
geosteers
on the
very
hook.
much are, I was talking about ROGII's Geosteering World Cup.
Yes.
With one of our partners, and they were talking about how, well, I love it. It's a great thing. And, I'm always pretty consistently where I rank, so
Yeah.
it's got to be somewhat accurate, right? It's like, but one thing it never takes into account, and I always think of, is that it doesn't take dogleg severity into account.
Right.
So you could be 100% in zone,
Yeah.
but see
Yeah.
the whole thing.
You can't
Yeah, no,
Right,
exactly.
but obviously in the Geosteering World Cup, that doesn't matter,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So
Great point, though.
again,
You just brought
I'm
up a
loving
great
the
point.
compliments. Keep them.
You know, you brought up a great point. How did you all do in the Geosteering World Cup this
Oh.
year? Pretty okay?
Yes, honestly, like, gosh, I love talking. Let's talk about me, but honestly,
Yeah.
you guys know GeoVision and Datalog. They're just like they're nothing. You know, they're nothing without all these people.
Totally.
Like,
Yeah, totally.
and
Yeah.
They've got a fearless leader. No. I mean, that makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
But you've got good people.
Yeah.
just the best people in the industry. And I don't know how I earned their loyalty or how you earned their loyalty.
No, it's relationships. No, you guys have got great personalities.
Oh.
You're just wonderful. Like I said, I did it right off with you at Image. You're just great. And Ryan, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
that's
No,
the rock of Oklahoma, you know, geological societies and
Yeah.
everything else.
Oh,
So,
yeah. And you've done so much here at the
just how involved you've been.
Oh, I
Yeah,
know.
You know, I really look up to you, man. I have this whole time.
Appreciate it.
I always do wish, and I'm doing better now. Listen, I'm out of a lovely, let's just say I've got a fresh start, and I like being more involved than I have been for the last little bit. Like I said, I really do look up to you, dude, and
Yeah,
like
appreciate
your
that.
service to this geologic community that we've got.
Yes.
Yeah.
Your true, you know, care for your clients and everybody else, dude. Like, you guys are great people.
Appreciate
You
that.
are. And
Jackie will tell you, I'm not good with compliments.
no,
Oh,
okay.
it's
Yeah, you
terrible
just have to
about
take them all
Yeah,
and
I
stare you in the
have a hard
eyes.
time.
Oh, that's only make eye
Good job.
contact. Oz wanted to be on this podcast because he genuinely likes you.
Yes.
But I was like, well, hey, do you just need a buddy? So
Yeah,
that way we're
yeah.
not.
Well, and I had to harass him a little bit. I had to hurt you. You reached out to congratulate, but I'm like, what? You don't.
Funny
You don't
should
get to
ask.
text me without, you know,
It's
getting
been
on the
my
hook,
list.
buddy. I'm better than a wife.
New tagline.
Grizzled Studios, we're better than your wife.
Oh, you guys
I'll
are gonna
take
get
it.
So many weirdos.
What do you do? I wouldn't have it any other way.
That's awesome.
Well, hey, this
So
is.
that's not why the Permian's hard.
Oh yeah,
but
that's not
there's
why
so
the
many.
Permian's hard. And I was going to
We'll
say,
do that again. We'll do part 2 of this. We'll do.
yes, I think that we will circle back to Permian.
We should though.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Even though, like, you know, I know probably everyone here in the Mid-Continent's like, hey, stop talking about it. Let's talk about Oklahoma. You guys are right.
Oklahoma's
Okie
challenging,
dokie. Or
Listen, all right. You know, the Permian is fun, but, you know, I was going to push back just a little bit that I would say, like, the Permian's got some of it too, but I think Oklahoma's got the structure licked
Oh,
on
yeah.
everybody.
I was an Eagle Ford geologist. It's always going to have a spot in my heart. Like, yeah.
But no, Scoop
Sorry. I don't know if it's
and
vibrant.
Stack and all this stuff it's a lot of fun. And if that's work or whatever, you know.
Oh, no.
The one thing that amazes me the most about this industry, like I came out, like my start with it was an MWD, right?
Yeah.
I
He's seen
Yeah.
all the movies.
yeah, them all. Quoted Armageddon earlier.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Anyway, when I
So
came
funny.
to the industry, I was 30 years old. I wasn't in part of
A
it.
baby.
I came into it and I was like, this is something new. And so then I go to my first rig site and it was explained to me what we were doing. At this time, it was like 1 mile laterals, you know, but I
Sure.
was like, you're going to take that big piece of pipe, 30-foot piece of pipe, attach it together, drill this stand down, and that bends and then goes through here. And then like you're talking like 12-foot zone. So like when you think about what we're doing and how we talk about it, like it's just whatever.
Yeah.
From an outside perspective, you tell somebody like you're taking 12 feet, which is like, you know, from the first floor of the house, you know, and you're putting something this big and you're staying right in the middle of it
Yeah.
for a mile, 7,000 feet underground.
Yeah.
And doing it by like the way that this is
crazy.
yeah.
Let's turn
let's
around.
come around all the
Oh,
way.
yeah.
Spirals and
way,
everything
yeah.
else.
What will it be 15 years from now? Let's do, you know, a couple of them. in there.
S
Who
as
knows?
well.
Sky's the limit. It's just crazy how.
Do you remember that old school S symbol we all drew?
Yeah,
Yeah, let's do that.
exactly. Right, the Stussy or whatever.
Be a gang sign.
Probably we're gonna
Probably
get
is now,
hit
yeah,
outside.
right. Got him canceled.
No,
Yeah,
I got you
in trouble.
protection
Yeah,
from the
for
gang.
sure. We're
The
protecting their
Geo
stuff. So, hey, well, this has been a lot of fun, you guys.
Yeah, we'll do part 2.
Yeah, we're definitely going to do part 2.
Oh.
And we could do it tomorrow. We can do it any other time.
We're gonna do it over Queso in Houston too.
I'm into that. Yes,
Yes,
exactly.
I love that.
Yeah, no, we can do that.
Oh.
We can do that. But what I was going to say is give everybody kind of your information, just a quick
Yeah.
plug on how to find you guys. And then you can't forget, you're on the hook for words of wisdom. So you're going to have to give that's the reaction I needed.
I just like it clicked. I was like, "What? Are we?
You forgot about words of
I
wisdom.
know.
Yeah,
I think I already said mine.
you
What
really
you're
did.
going through, somewhere somebody's got it worse.
Yeah, exactly.
So you might have a hard day, but you know what? That guy you're talking to may have got some bad news.
100%.
Something like that. So take it with that. When you meet people, look at it that way, and
No, those are
try to
wonderful
be
words of
positive.
wisdom
So
for
there you
sure.
go.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Let them know where you can find Datalog and
So easiest DL-GB is our landing page, and we
Okay.
got datalog.com and geovision.com.
Yep.
Go there. My name's Ryan Nostrund. Hit me up.
Yeah.
I'm here in Oklahoma City. Travel all over the great United States, going to all the
shows.
Yeah, yeah.
Awesome.
United States of America.
Fantastic.
Happy to
Well,
be
you
here.
guys want to do my outro also?
What's
Okay.
your outro? Yeah.
Well, this is Keith Carden, the Grizzled Geologist, and thank you guys for coming on. And please make sure you visit my website, go to my YouTube channel.
Like and subscribe.
Click the bell for notifications.
Exactly.
And you might get a plumber shot. You never know.
Oh yeah, stay to the
Down to the end.
Yeah.
Stay you may get a free plumber shot.
Exactly.
He's got to pay the bills.
Well, listen, thank you guys so much for coming on. To all you other silly gooses out there,
Oh.
stay safe.
You have to work for it. Don't be crazy. And work for your money.